Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another video. And in today's video I'll be sharing one more team with you guys for the Great League Remix Cup that is currently live in Season 11, and the Pokemon that I'm going to showcase today is Tapu FIni. And yes, Tapu FIni is a really great Pokemon which is kind of like bulky as well, along with the typings likewise as Azumarill. But as you guys can see, since Azumarill is a XL version of it, so it is kind of a glacier Azumarill, you can call it. And what I feel, Tapu FIni cannot be like Tapu FIni cannot be under 1500 CP if you get it from raids. But the thing, you can trade with your friend to get it below 1500, for which I did multiple trades, and after that I did got hold of one which is over here. So for this the IVs are horrible, it's not good, but since I've got it below 1500 CP, I'm going to use it in the Remix Cup. And the team that I have put together today is A.wak in the lead, along with Whiscash and Tapu FIni in the back. So Tapu FIni, I'm using it as a safe swap over here, which is very risky because the thought process that I had with this team is to lure out maybe a poison type, a steel type, and a grass type as well. That is the thing over here. And the main problem for Tapu FIni is actually the Registeel, which actually walls it over here because it have got access to Zap Cannon, which does, I think, one shot Tapu FIni over here. To which I'm putting forward this team, but this team have got a decent coverage on the meta, along with bulk, consistency and safety. And for the threat score, it is 749, which is not very great and not that bad either, but it is decent. Yes, but I did try out this team over here in the GL remix, so and it worked out pretty good because I had a set of 4-1 followed by a 3-2, 3-2 and again a 4-1. So that's my like run with this team. So if you guys are using this team, do let me know how it is working out for you. And like I think this team have got some of the code breakers over here which can actually handle like all these Pokemons, but I'll not reveal it over here, so I'll let you guys find it out and put me down in the comment what are the code breakers for this team. So that will be all for the introduction, and we'll be straightforward going into the battles and checking out how this team performed. So now moving into the first battle along with mine A.wak over here, and it is a horrible lead over here along with Greedent. So for Greedent, I'll be safe swapping into my Tapu FIni once again, and they responded with a really good answer to FIni as well, which is going to be the Drift Blame. So for Drift Blame, it have got access to Shadow Ball and Icy Wind, to which I thought this could be a Icy Wind, but it ended up being a Shadow Ball over here, to which I went to I went for the Moonblast, but they could easily get the farm down with Hex over here, to which I come back now with my A.wak over here and get the heart farm after shielding up Icy Wind, which is very much unfortunate. To which I think they will be coming back with their own Greedent over here, and yeah, they comes back with their Greedent and will be trying to catch a move onto my Whiscash over here, which is going to be Crunch, but Whiscash is pretty much tanky and can handle it. To which now they will be safe swapping, like they will be countering me again with their own Galarian Slowbro over here, which is part poison and psychic. To which since I'm a mud boy, I am a mud user, so I'll be spamming out this mud bombs over here, which will be hitting for super effective, and I do get both the shields from my opponent. And now this is the mistake I did over here. So they will be going for the next psychic over here, which I do end up shielding, and I'll be going for the over farm over here. To which I'll be going for the next mud bomb, which does put it very low, but rather than to catch it on to my A.wak, I got very greedy and went for the farm down, to which I will be getting the psychic in, and which will be enough to get me the knockout, and over here I do end up losing the game and backing it out as well out of respect. So a very hard loss to the first battle, and now moving into the next battle, I do get a pretty good lead with the Registeel against my A.wak, to which I'll be going for the first Bone Club. So Bone Club is kind of a terrible move rather, but still I'll be going for it because it does super active damage to the Registeel as well. To which now I'll be going for my own Shadow Bone, because Shadow Bone does neutral and it does more damage than the like super effective Bone Club, because how crappy move is a Bone Club. To which I do get the knockout with my with my Fire Spin over here, and they comes back with their own Pelipper. So Pelipper is really tough with this team because Pelipper will be hitting super effective and for neutral damage along with their wing attack and with a ball. To which I will be coming back with my own Fini over here, and I'll be shielding off this Hurricane, which I believe this will be a Hurricane, but I let it go, and it was a correct call from my end, which end up being being a weather ball shield bait. So now they comes back with their drift blim rather once again, and I'll be going for the next surf over here, which does indeed get me the first shield from my opponent, to which I will be shielding up of my own, and it was a icy wind shield bait once again. So now I'll be going for the Moonblast over here to get either the shield or the knockout for this drift blim, and I do land it perfectly. To which now I think they will be going for the Shadow Ball, but now they are in a perfect farm down range with my Whiscash over here because I'm a mud user. To which I'll be letting the first move go through over here, which will not be enough to get the knockout, but it is very much scary because from this kind of range they can easily go for the farm down. But nevertheless, I went for the Blizzard over here, which will be enough to get the first shield from the final shield rather from my opponent, and let's see what my opponent decides to do. So they farm me down, but one weather ball will not be enough to get the knockout for my Fini over here, because Fini is kind of bulky and it does register damage with the weather ball. To which they went for the next weather ball, but before that I think I win CMP tie over here against this Pelipper, and I go for the serve, which is indeed enough to get the knockout for this Pelipper and get me the win for the second battle. Moving into the next battle against Qsai, and I do pick up a really horrible lead with Mandibuzz, for which I do safe swap into my Fini over here, and they goes into their own Cress over here. So I am getting hard countered in this battle once again because Cresselia have got access to Grass Knot, which I believe 2 Grass Knot is enough to get the knockout for my Fini as well. To which I went for the Moonblast over here, which does incredible amount of damage to this Cresselia, and somehow for some reason they are going for Moonblast. I think this is going to be a Cresselia that is rocking Moonblast along with Future Sight and not Grass Knot, because Grass Knot is a legacy move and I'm not very much sure if they are running it so. To which I end up shielding the next Moonblast as well, and after farming up a bit of energy, I think I'll be shielding this time once again, and now I'll be going for the heart farm. So since I'm going for the heart farm, I do have enough energy to go for the next Moonblast for this very tanky Mandibuzz that comes in. So Moonblast does hit for super active damage, and it lands over here doing massive super active damage for this Mandibuzz, and I could reach to one more serve over here. So Mandibuzz going for the heart farm, they could not reach it and they have to shield it over here. To which now I'll be coming back with my own Whiscash, because I don't want my Marowak to tank foul plays over here. So I can tank actually 3 to 4 foul plays with my Whiscash over here, and I'll be going for the next Mud Bomb in time. But before that, I'll be taking in one more foul play, which I am happy to do so. And before that, before I could throw the next Mud Bomb, they swap out into their Roserade over here, which is very much spicy pick in this meta, to which I swap back again into my Marowak, and I'll be going for the heart farm. So So Roserade does not have a really great play against Marowak because it does not have anything that it throws which can actually one shot. To which I now do have enough energy to go for the Shadow Bone over here to this very low Mandibuzz, and indeed getting the win for the third battle after getting hard countered as well. So this team holds on its bulk and coverage also. So now moving into the next battle and picking up yet again a horrible lead because this Gliscor does have access to Night Slash, which I do perfectly catch onto my resisted Fini over here, and now they're actually doing resisted damage while I'm doing super active damage with my water guns. To which I believe they are actually running it with Earthquake or Santom, which is the Santom, and they swaps out into their own Shadow Polydor over here. So for Shadow Polydor, uh, I'll not be baiting this time. I'll be going for the hard hitting move of Moonblast, which does land and does massive damage. To which I'll be letting the next Weather Ball go through, which does knock me out from that kind of range. And now they'll be going for the next Weather Ball. To which I will be letting the first shield burn down from my end, and I'll be going for the heart farm, which I'm able to get, and they comes back, I believe, with their own Gliscor over here once again. So for Gliscor, it is again having access to Night Slash, which I tried to catch onto my Whiscash once again, but I failed. But since they are having access to A.wak as the third Pokemon, which is kind of a really great matchup from my end, and it is being a Shadow A.wak as well, which is absolutely great to see, and it does so much damage with this Shadow Bone, and of course I got my defense fell, and my opponent can outpace me because they hold on to one more shield. To which now I believe he goes for the next Night Slash. Night Slash, which indeed is enough to get the knockout, and they gets the boost, which is not really great because now I have a shielded A.wak over here, which I do get the shield from my opponent with the Bone Club, and now I have to trust in my A.wak because I want to get the farm down with my fire spins, which I do definitely get in time before they could reach to one more Night Slash, and I overturn the game, which is kind of a hard lead loss as well. So now moving into the next battle, which is going to be the final battle of the first set, I pick up a kind of very good lead with my A.wak over here with, I believe, a Torterra or the pre-evolution of Torterra, I think. To which they now swaps into their own A.wak over here, and I get the first shield from my opponent with the Shadow Bone. So now I'll be safe swapping into my own Whiscash over here because I don't want to face a Razor Leaf user with my Whiscash because I don't have actually any play with this. To which I went for the next Mud Bomb, which will be getting the final shield from my opponent, and now I will be going for the next Mud Bomb, which puts the A.wak very low. So now my opponent's A.wak goes for the next Shadow Bone, which Bone Club rather, which I have to shield, and now they comes back with their Grotle. Yeah, I completely forgot this name. It's Grotle, and now since they went for the Body Slam, which is double resisted by my A.wak over here, I'll be going for the Shadow Bone. So Shadow Bone from this kind of range does not knocks out the Grotle, which is kind of bulky. And let's see what my opponent's final Pokemon is. So this is going to be a Registeel over here, to which I will be very much happy to see with my own A.wak over here, because A.wak does have a really great matchup with Fire Spin and Bone Club along with Shadow Bone, because, and as well as since I got the shield, I got the debuff as well. To which they swaps back into their A.wak, to which I will be swapping again back into my Tapu FIni to get Iron Energy, and now I'll be going for the Surf the next time, which will be enough to get the knockout with neutral damage onto the Registeel, and indeed giving the win for the fifth battle here as well, which is really nice. So with this team in the first set, I do pick up a 4-1 positive set, which is really rather great, and I do have turned out very unfavorable leads over here along with this team and a safe swap of Tapu FIni. So Tapu FIni is kind of really great with its moveset along the line with within the remix meta. So now moving into the next battle and into the next set, I think I will be again leading with my A.wak over here against this Shadow Gardevoir over here. For Shadow Gardevoir, I do have a really great matchup because it is very much glassy, so they have to shield up everything and anything that I'll be throwing. To which I went for the for my Bone Club, to which I think they swaps out perfectly into something which I could not see. So let's see, let's find out what it is, and they swapped out into their own Pelipper. So for Pelipper, I do have a counter to it, which is going to be my neutral Tapu FIni over here, and I think they are uh, uh, they are having enough energy for a hurricane right now. So I'll be shielding up the first hurricane, the first move over here, and it ends up being a hurricane. So now from this kind of range, I will be going for the heart farm, and they might reach to one more attack in time, which is going to be the wither ball, which is registered over here, and I can easily tank it. To which I do hold on to my shield and my alignment onto my Pokemons over here, which to which I'll be going for the next surf, which is enough to get the knockout for this Gardevoir over here, and the final Pokemon is going to be the Galvantula over here. For Galvantula, I do have a kind of good matchup against my Whiscash and my A.wak, because it have got access to Mud Bomb, Fire Spin, and like every charge move. So but in this matchup I do have some interruptions because I do get in some calls over here, so I lose out on some clippings over here, which I do apologize very much. So now, but after the calls over here, I just mess up the video, but still I could get the win for the first battle and the second set as well. So now moving into the next set over here, and for this set also I do have some missing off clips because I do get in some calls as well, but this is the final thing that I did over here, and rather than getting in calls. So after that, I went into my Tapu FIni over here, and since they swapped out into their own A.wak over here. So for A.wak, I'll be letting the first Shadow Bone go through, and I have to shield up the next one as well. So now I'm down a shield over here, but I have to throw this next next neutral surf, which does get the first shield from my opponent's end over here as well. But since they could farm me down, so I am in a bit of a tough situation because they will be having access to lunge, cross poison, but they're actually rocking it with Shadow Sneak, which is not very great over here. For which I do I do have to let both of the charge moves go through over here, and now they have got their own legacy seeking. I believe this is going to be a triple legacy seeking, rocking Poison Jab, Icy Wind, and Drill over here. So I let the first Icy Wind go through, which actually debuffs me over here, but now I'll be going for the resisted mud bombs over here, since seeking is not that bulky in this meta, because it is remix as well, so it is not that bulky. So I'll be going for the next mud bomb rather, which indeed I think get the final shield from my opponent, and now I do have to catch onto my own A.wak over here. So for my A.wak, I do have a Bone Club loaded, which I do get to in time, but they swap out into their own Ariados. So for Ariados, it is very much good thing for me, because now I can come back with my Whiscash over here, and whatever they are throwing, I have to shield it up because I am very much low, and I hope so I could get to 2 mud bomb in time. That will be enough to get the knockout and indeed get the win for the with the second battle in the second set rather. So now I'll be going for the next mud bomb, which is kind of a really great play from my end, and I indeed get the win for the second battle here as well. So GG's to my opponent, really well played. Hopping into the next battle and picking up a worst possible lead with a shiny I think it's Marshtomp, and they swaps out into their own Oranguru over here. So this opponent is actually running too much spice along with Marshtomp and Oranguru, and I do end up and my Moonblast does get shielded over here, to which I shield up the first attack from my opponent's end, and this is going to be the resisted foul play, which I like shield, which is not really a great thing. To which I'll be now going for the next surf over here, which indeed again gets shielded. And now I think I tried to get the hard farm, but they could easily farm me down with their confusion. So confusion is really a great like fast move pressure move, which does almost, I think it's 16 damage, which is really nice. To which they swaps out again into their own Marshtomp. But since both the shields are down, I am trusting in my A.wak over here. To which they goes for the first surf, which is enough to get me very low, and this is really hard for me because now I will be going for the Shadow Bone this time, but they could easily get to farm me down and have got enough energy to whatever they are coming with. But since it was a CMP tie, I lose CMP tie on the next time, which is kind of hard. And now this from this kind of range, I cannot go for the hard farm because Marshtomp is very much spammy because it is have access to Mud Bomb along with Surf, and the fast move it is rocking is Mud Shot. To which they comes back with their Oranguru, which can easily farm me down with their confusion, and it was a hard loss from my end. So I do lose up the third battle over here as well in the second set. So now moving into the next battle, I pick up a yet another good lead with my own A.wak, which is going to be a Toxicroak against Toxicroak, and they swaps out into their own A.wak. To which I go for the first Shadow Bone rather, to which they let it go, and I am fine with it because now I'll be going to come back with my Tapu FIni over here, and I'll be going for the hard farm. To which now they comes back with their Abomasnow over here. So for Abomasnow, it is not a great option to come with Abomasnow over here because the Weather Ball and Powder Snow are resisted because of my water typing, and they have to go for the Energy Ball. But before they could reach to Energy Ball, since I was having energy lead, I will be I'll be going for the back-to-back surf, which will be enough to get the final shield from my first shield from my opponent rather. And now I'll be coming back with my own A.wak over here. To which, since they swapped out into their Toxicroak, I will be coming back with my Whiscash because Whiscash is having access to Mud Bomb and Mud Shot, which does super effective damage because of the partial poison typing on Toxicroak over here. To which I will be going for the next Mud Bomb, which will give the final shield from my opponent, and they have to throw. And I'm happy to shield over here because I have two shields left with me, and I'll be going for the next Mud Bomb over here, which will be enough to get the knockout for this Toxicroak over here. And now they will be coming back with their very low, not very low, it is kind of in a moderate health, but since it is kind of a Whiscash, so I will not shielding it. I'll be rather coming back with my A.wak, which is having a very dominant matchup with this Abomasnow, which can farm. I can farm up a bit with Fire Spin and ultimately go for the Bone Club, which does give me the win for the fourth battle here as well. So now moving into the next battle and pick up yet another very much hard lead loss against my A.wak, and which is going to be a Pidgeot. So Pidgeot is very much a kind of a core breaker for this team because there is nothing I can do against a Pidgeot with my my A.wak. So A.wak is kind of useless over here against this Pidgeot. And now since I safe swapped into my FIni, they have got an answer to my FIni here as well, which is going to be the Wall of Registeel. So Registeel is very good against my FIni, and to which I let the first charge move go through and I come back with my own A.wak. So I'll be going for the hard farm, and since I think they will be coming back with their own Pidgeot over here, I'll be safe swapping once again, one more time into my own Whiscash, and I have to shield up sometime. So to which they comes back with their own Toxicroak over here, and since they are having two shield advantage, I will be going for the back-to-back Mud Bomb, and this is going to be very tricky because I have to burn down the shields from my opponent's end, which is really necessary for me because I do have to get to two Mud Bombs in time, and I have to build up to a potential blizzard to threat this this Pidgeot as well. But nevertheless, since they're having access to 2 shields, I'll be going for the Mud Bomb, and this is going to be the mistake. I fake the Fire Blast over here, which indeed gives me the final shield from my opponent, and now they can farm me down their their own gust over here, which is not a great thing because now they have access to a Feather Dance, maybe or maybe a Brave Bird, which to which I will be getting the knockout with it, because I was just one shot, like one fast move shot of reaching to the next blizzard, which is really hard. So as you guys can see, this team put in a lot of effort, like handling a code breaker as well. So I was just one turn shot, just winning the game. So this is really great with this team over here. And now, for some moment, I'll be pausing the video over here. I'll be sharing my thoughts on this team. So this team, as I've already mentioned, worked out really great for me. But the final, like since it's very early in the season, this is not going to be the meta team over here in this Remix Cup. But since like it is like only 1 week rotation, so I'm happy to use this team like for a couple of sets over here. So this team really worked out well against some of the code breakers over here also. So if you can manage shield with energy advantage and shield advantage, you can actually get wins as well. So that will be all for this video. And if you guys are liking the content onto this channel, do hit the like button, share it with your friends, comment to it, and subscribe definitely. So now I'll be signing off, and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.